Hello and welcome back to the story of Jim Bakker. Let's continue with the fallout from his infidelity. Jim allegedly kept two sets of books in order to conceal irregularities in accounting, but reporters from the Charlotte Observer, led by Charles Shepard, investigated PTL's finances and published their findings in a series of articles. This culminated in Jim being widely condemned by his fellow televangelists. In March of 1987, Bakker resigned from PTL and was replaced by Reverend Jerry Falwell of the Thomas Road Baptist Church in Lynchburg, Virginia. Jim chose Falwell due to the fact that he feared fellow televangelist Jim Swaggart, who had initiated the Assembly of God investigation into Bakker, was trying to take over his ministry. Jim at the time believed that Falwell would be the temporary leader of the ministry until the heat from the scandal died down. The ministry would then return to being under his control. However, in April of 1987, Falwell completely barred Jim from returning to PTL due to the illicit nature of Jim's behavior during his time as leader of PTL. Falwell called Jim a liar, an embezzler, a sexual deviant, and the greatest scab and cancer on the face of Christianity in 2,000 years of church history. Jimmy Swaggart, who initiated the religious-based investigation of Jim and potentially aimed to take over the ministry in Jim's absence, called him a cancer in the body of Christ. Swaggart would eventually find himself in a similar situation in 1988, where he was found visiting prostitutes in New Orleans. Apparently, televangelism and infidelity go hand in hand. It turns out that I'm not the only one who thinks so, in that the sexual scandals of Bakker and Swaggart shook the world of televangelism, which caused much greater scrutiny of TV ministers and especially their finances. Unfortunately for PTL, later that summer, donations sharply declined in the wake of Bakker's resignation, which caused the end of the PTL club. Falwell raised about $20 million to keep Heritage USA solvent and out of bankruptcy. This would very shortly be the end of Jim's empire.